A youngster sprinting across the jungle opens the scene. As he plummets into the water, a samurai moves to murder him. The youngster reaches for the knife, but before he can act, he passes out once more. The daimyo foils the samurai's attempt to assassinate him again. The youngster later encounters the daimyo's daughter when they return him to his village. Both she and he fall in love with each other. Many years later, Kai finds monster footsteps alongside the daimyo and the army of samurai. Kai has the daimyo's permission to trap it. The daimyo is knocked over by the monster, who is larger than anticipated, comes at him. It dashes into the forest, stomping on the samurai. Although Yasuno, a fellow samurai, comes across the monster before Kai does, he is unable to stop it. Taking up Yasuno's sword, Kai uses it to slay the creature below. Upon the arrival of the other members of the group, Yasuno seemed to have killed the monster and claimed the credit. But Yoshio realizes the truth when he sees the monster's blood on Kai's hands. Kai notices a juvenile white fox come out of the woods that has heterochromia, or different colored eyes. When the action shifts to a castle, the white fox changes into a stunning woman who turns out to be a witch. It transpires that a different Lord Kira has been preparing to assassinate the daimyo for some time. Mika, the daimyo's daughter, welcomes him back to his castle. But the daimyo sees that Mika is searching for Kai with wide eyes. She is told by the daimyo about the impending tournament and the shogun's arrival. Mika comforts him regarding the arrangements. The action then shifts to Yoshio arriving at his house, where his wife welcomes him and expresses her concern. Yoshio sees his son practicing in hopes of winning his approval. When Mika sneaks into Kai's room, she sees his scars and tries to care for them, but Kai refuses, reminding her of their different status. Kira, who attempted to use the monster to kill the daimyo, is accompanied by the shogun when they arrive. The 7.5-foot tall huge man, who is the Kira's competitor, steps in like a mountain as the competition gets underway. The witch poisoned Yasuno, the daimyo's opponent, before the duel. When Kai and Yoshio realize this, one of them enters the match wearing samurai armor. The shogun halts the fight and gives the contender who resembles a mountain the command to kill Kai after the helmet falls and reveals Kai's identity. But Mika collapses on the ground, pleading for forgiveness, and the daimyo also asks for his daughter's life. Instead, Yoshio is told by the shogun to beat Kai. Furious, daimyo goes back to his chamber, where the witch persuades Kira to attack the daimyo right now. The Kira and the witch are visible. The witch takes Kira's blood, converts it into a poison spider, and feeds the spider to the daimyo. After hearing her daughter being raped while under the influence, the daimyo grabbed the sword and slashes Kira. Yoshio halts it, but the shogun witnesses the proceedings and gives him the honor of doing seppuku due of their shared history. The daimyo performs the seppuku, and the shogun gives Mika a year to grieve before ordering her to wed the Kiras to stop the villages from going to war. The shogun orders him to seek revenge on his master, and as of now Yoshio is a Ronin, a samurai without a master. After that, Kira leads Mika inside his castle and gives the samurai the command to toss Yoshio into the cell. A year later, after being released from prison, Yoshio questioned his son about his soldiers and the half-breed. He discovered that Kira had given Kai over to the Dutch as a slave. Yoshio found Kai fighting a monster when he tried to release him. Yoshio witnesses Kai severing the monster's head. After Yoshio gets into a brawl with Kai and brings up Mika, they both flee the ships. Yoshio tells Kai that in order to liberate Mika and kill Kira, he needs his assistance no matter what. After witnessing Kai's impressive battle with the monster, Yoshio asks Kai where he obtained the skill. Kai informs him that he has gained knowledge from the demons and that he will never follow their teachings. The witch is seen arguing with Mika in the castle. However, Mika is resisting. Yoshio informs Kai that in order to increase the army, they need swords. Then Kai informs him that he knows a mountain where the swords are located and that during his early years, demons raised him to slay others. When Kai and the gang approach the door, he urges Yoshio to come by himself. He instructs Yoshio not to draw his swords in response to anything he hears or sees when they enter. Kai then goes alone into the inner chamber to confront the master there. He requests the demon's assistance with the swords. The demon begins to narrate Kai his early years. Given that he was gifted and half-breed, demons nurtured him to be among them. His parents, an English sailor and a peasant, had taken him to the deep woods to die alone. Is the world outside any better than this one? The devil wonders. Even if he isn't with the girl he loves the most, Kai responds that sure it is. The demon promises to aid Kai if he draws the blade more quickly. Kai nevertheless does. As the other samurai enters the outside chamber in search of Yoshio, they notice aliens dressed as monks and pull out their swords. Yoshio hesitated to draw his sword as the demons began to slay the samurai. Then that demon killed his own son. When he finally opens his eyes, Kai greets him and informs him that he passed the test. The men began to inquire about the sword's specialization. Kai then shows them how, with just a gentle tap, he could easily chop a tree branch, while others could just scrape it. One of the Yoshio men found the Kira's whereabouts. When the whole group arrived to kill Kira, they discovered it was a witch's trap. Kira's men dispatch Yoshio's party with swords and arrows and the witch's fire. Even yet, they managed to escape by persuading their adversary that they had died. Shortly after, Yoshio returns their base. Though he was discouraged by what he was seeing, Kai tells him they still have the swords and the element of surprise. Kai notices some performers making their way to the Kira's palace early the following morning. They are surrounded by Kai and his group, who ask them for assistance getting inside. Yasuno begs Kai's pardon for claiming unjustified credit. Yoshio is seen obtaining each person's name and signature in order to relay the story of their deeds. Yoshio enters the Kira's castle dressed as the main character. Kira is seen questioning the witch about the future, which assures him that he will soon own all of Japan. Yoshio and his groups are already in place as Mika and Kira enter their wedding ceremony. Yoshio performs a dance and a firework to open the show, as his soldiers murder Kira's men from both the inside and the outside. Kai is in the middle, anticipating the action as he watches everything unfold. When Yoshio raises a sword toward Kira's neck while Yoshi men are in full position, the Kira's men arrow prevents Yoshio from hitting the target. When the battle breaks out, everyone starts running after each other. Yoshio and Kai follow the Kira, who has kidnapped Mika. Mika used a knife to assist her escape from the Kira. Yoshio follows the Kira. Subsequently, the mountain reappears, killing the men of Kai. He began to murder them. However, he too was helpless when a bomb detonated. Yoshio's son starts eliminating the enemies with his swords and arrows as well. Then Yoshio approaches the Kira and continues to fight him with his sword. Kai can be seen approaching Mika and hugging her. Then, out of nowhere, the witch shows up and tells Kai to be frightened of her. The witch then starts to transform into a dragon and fights Kai. Kai can be seen severing stones with ease and stopping fire with his sword while fighting her. After Yoshio lost his sword in the struggle with Kira, he started fighting with just his bare hands. Then he grabs Kira, takes out a dagger, and tells him it's the same dagger his master used to carry out the seppuku. He then tells Kira to suffer his master's agony and ends up killing Kira. In addition to losing his sword in the battle, Kai is still battling the dragon. It then goes after Mika, but Kai kills the dragon with the help of his demon teachings. Subsequently, the dragon transforms into a woman once more. Yoshio cuts off Kira's head and displays it to the battling army. The battle ends right away. The Kai's group is coming back, and the army of Kira are giving up, placing the Kira's head on Yoshio. When they return to their hamlet, they meet the shogun. Despite their lack of merit, Yoshio begs him to let him and his accomplice to commit seppuku. The shogun aggress claimed they took their master's revenge and would be buried beside him. Mika and Kai are seen hugging. Kai is told by Mika that her father taught her that this world is merely a means of preparing for the next, and that all that is necessary is for us to have loved and been loved before we pass on. Mika is told by Kai that he will look for her across 10,000 lifetimes and 1,000 worlds until he finds her. He is told by Mika that she will all wait for him. With the shogun in the forefront, they start their seppuku. The Yoshio-san is then called out by the shogun, who declares that he will not allow the Yoshio bloodline to perish. They then gave their seppuku performance. One of the greatest testaments to devotion and honor in Japanese culture has endured through the ages. The legacy of the 47 Ronin who put duty and justice ahead of their fear of death.